Because it could have been worse. What if I killed him? You know, I just feel. Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Welcome back to our channel. I don't know why we're smiling. I guess we're just happy to be back on YouTube.
I was like, it's the second shoot. The first shoot we tried with Nolan, but Nolan was not playing ball. So now we're back without Nolan.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Oh my god, I can't even believe we are like smiling.
What?
Because the title of this video is not a smiley video.
I haven't seen the title yet.
Okay, so why did we rush Nolan to the doctor? That's the title.
Yeah.
So why did we rush Nolan to the doctor? So we're gonna talk about serious stuff. Of course, I guess we are smiling because he's happy now. Oh, oops, my phone, my poor phone. He is
okay.
Happy now.
He wasn't happy yesterday morning.
Yeah. So, do you want me to...
You go. I wasn't even there.
Okay, yeah. So guys, so today Nolan is turning 6 months. Yay! Please sing for him. 6 months old. And so what happened is that why did we rush Nolan to the doctor yesterday? So what happened?
It was a serious matter yesterday.
A death and life situation. It's just that when it's over, you kind of able to laugh about it, right? But what you going through it? Yeah, I was an
traumatic day yesterday.
I was emotionally wrecked. Like, yeah. So what happened?
Well, from my perspective, I left the house a bit early and went to work.
Yeah.
I had some meetings, so I went into the office. And then partway through my meeting, I received a call from a panicked Aldacia.
Did I sound panicked on the phone?
You sounded like, yeah, you were breathing a lot and you were kind of, sounded close to tears,
Oh yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were quite worried. You said you'd fed Nolan some peanut butter.
Yeah, so what happened is that I just thought, okay, Nolan's gonna turn 6 months. He's turning 6 months today. So I was like, okay, let me introduce peanut butter to him, because I've been holding it off. Maybe because most mornings I was running or going to exercise, so I never like able to feed him. So I made time to feed him like yesterday, because other mornings the helper would feed him. I will feed him lunch and dinner. So I was like, okay, let me make his porridge and put peanut butter, because I read somewhere that you can mix it. It's much better. So I took a teaspoon of it. I should have like put a little. I thought it was a lot.
Was
like,
it a whole teaspoon?
No, half a teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon. Yeah.
Yeah, but
So you're supposed to try these certain
allergens
foods that kids can be allergic to. You're supposed to test them. Start testing them when they're
So yeah,
young.
they recommend between
Yeah.
4 to 6 months you can try.
So it was planned.
Yeah.
And you were expecting, you know, we knew maybe there could be a problem.
Yeah, I even told the helper, I was like, yo, it could be like, I was even joking. I'm like, yo, we could be running to the hospital right now. Yo, it could be a bad thing. But I'm like, I'm not allergic to anything. Andrew's not allergic, so we're probably
Seems
fine.
unlikely.
And yeah, and I gave him some, like he ate things that had yogurt, like maybe a few days ago, a week ago. So I didn't see him having reaction to that. So I was like, he's fine. He's not even lactose intolerant, so he's okay. And then when I gave him, he was not like feeling like eating, because he hasn't been eating well because he's teething. His 2 upper teeth are coming through. So when he's teething like that, he doesn't want food. I kind of like forced him a bit, not like for real, you know. Then when I gave him the food, he was crying. I even left him. I don't like forcing, so I just left him. And then his mouth, around his mouth, turned red. That's why I was like, damn, he is allergic. I even told us the helper, I'm like, do you normally see his mouth turning red? Have you ever seen this? She's like, no. I'm like, whoa. And I'm like, okay, let me just breastfeed him. Maybe the worst scenario will be him pooping blood or something, but I don't know. Then I breastfeed him. When I'm breastfeeding him, he started vomiting. He just like the biggest vomit I've ever seen from Nolan. And wow, it was not milk vomit, because milk vomit you can see it was the food, everything was just like coming out. And then I rushed and I changed the clothes, because before, when he was vomiting, I just knew. I called the doctor. Luckily I've got his pediatrician on my like speed dial. I called the doctor. After calling the doctor was like, you need to bring him in. They would give him, I don't know, they mentioned these things, I don't know, this medication. And after that I called Andrew. I remember Andrew was like, babe, do you want me to come? And my mind was like, no, I can handle this. In the beginning I was like, no, maybe it's not a big deal, it's just allergy, and Andrew would just need to be at work, because he told me he's got his days full of meetings.
So after that first call, you said don't worry about coming, and then I'm just trying to focus on my meeting, trying not to think about what's going on at home.
Yeah.
And then
you're not.
I was worried, and I was thinking, geez, maybe I should just go anyway. But then you called back not very long after that.
Yeah, because what happened is that when I ran to change the clothes, the helper called me downstairs like, he's not stopping, he's still vomiting. That worried me good. Like he was like vomiting non-stop, and I was like, whoa. And then I took him downstairs, and I don't even know how I packed things like so quickly. And then we went downstairs, and when I was putting him in his car seat, he started vomiting even in the car seat. That's why I just couldn't take it in my heart. That's why I called you.
You called me again.
Yeah, I was like, no, this is too much. He's not stopping the whole vomit, and his face turned red. Like I could see his veins like on his face, and that scared me. And it really like clicked to me that, wow, the allergy for nuts is really bad. People could literally die, like, you know, when they're not medically taken care quicker. So like that clicked, was like, whoa. And when he was turning red, it scared me, and he was starting to cry and not stopping to cry and gagging, you know. Oh, it was so bad.
Scary, huh?
Yeah, it was very scary. And then that's when I was like, yo, you need to come. And you came. And I drove so quickly. Then he was at the back with the helper, and then I drove to the doctor.
Look, his office is just around
literally
the corner
5 minutes away, or less than 5 minutes drive. Yeah, and then the doctor was not there. He told me he's in hospital, but the hospital is like 1 minute away from him as well. So there was a nurse, luckily, so I had to give him something to make the whole allergy thing to go to settle.
I think the doctor gave the order over the phone. Give him
how many meals and whatnot.
Was. Yeah.
The first, when they gave it to him, he vomited again. It was so bad. And then we started just doing paperwork, and then
I gave him a second dose. I arrived. That's right. I gave him the second dose. She gave me the syringe, and
so you can give him the
that
second
one.
dose.
He then
he took it.
Yeah, by the time I got there, he'd already started to calm down a bit. I could see his face was still a bit red, but
especially his eyes were like going, like being red as well.
But he was not vomiting. I didn't see him vomit.
Yeah, you didn't.
Finished with that by the time I got there. So I just picked him up and held him for a while we were waiting for the doctor. I gave him that medicine, and then he slept for a bit.
Yeah.
And then he woke up just before the doctor came back, and he was already smiling at us. Started to play with the toys in the doctor's room,
playing with the
wallpaper, which had some fancy colours on it. So made us breathe a bit of a sigh of relief to see him smile again. The doctor came back and checked him out, and the doctor didn't even give him anything else, I don't think. No, he just checked him and gave us a couple of other prescriptions to take away to give him afterwards. Told us to go and get a blood test. He said he prescribed I recommend we get a blood test that will tell us kind of the main foods or common foods that he might be allergic to. so we don't have to, you know, manually test those and
Yeah.
risk having another repeat of yesterday.
Yeah.
So the poor guy didn't enjoy having a blood test either. That was the next traumatic thing.
The blood test was taking like 2 doors away from the doctors on the same.
Yeah,
which
so
was good.
just as he was starting to feel better and smile and things again, we took him in to get the blood
They made me
taken
to
and
get out of the room because I was panicking.
At first we weren't sure if the guy was serious. He was saying, I think you should leave the room.
Yeah.
And you kind of laughed it off, and then he's like, no, I'm not doing this until you leave the room.
Yeah.
So Aldesha left the room and I stayed in, and they didn't. Apparently there's like a patch they can give on the skin on the baby to kind of numb the pain, but it also can make the veins constrict and make them harder to get the needle in to draw the blood. So they decided not to do that. But
they gave him Calpol, remember?
Oh yeah, it's Calpol.
Yeah,
like,
to help him.
It's got
with
like
the pain.
paracetamol in it. Yeah, but I don't know.
I think the Calpol helped him because after he cried like hysterically, he kept quiet quicker. Because I feel like he would have still cried after for longer.
So the way we had to do it was to lie him down on the table, and then I had to hold him with my hands, basically on his shoulders and quite hard as well, because obviously, yeah, he's trying to fight and the doctor's trying to get the needle in, and if the arm moves, he can, you know, hurt himself more. So actually, I had to quite forcefully hold him down, which was not pleasant, because obviously as soon as the needle goes in, then he's screaming and crying and looking at you like, why are you doing this to me? It was a difficult thing to do. So for about, I don't know, it felt like a long time. I don't know how long it was. He just took one fairly large syringe of blood and then distributed that into some
my
tubes.
heart couldn't take it. I could hear him screaming when I was on the other side.
Yeah, it was the most I've ever heard him scream. It was,
yeah,
it was not nice at all. So, yeah, but then by the time the door opened and the guy had put the little cotton bud and some tape on his arm, he'd already stopped crying and he was okay. He looked pretty exhausted after that, didn't he? He was just like...
Yeah.
Energy levels were down. You know, he was not himself. And then he had a sleep on the way home, and then he was, by the afternoon, he was kind of okay again.
Yeah, but it wasn't too okay because he literally slept for long. He was, I think, very exhausted or maybe weak, because he even slept 3 hours straight with no waking up. And yeah, and I really thought the doctor was gonna give him something for hydration, but they didn't, because he was dehydrated, because even his poo color changed to green, and when I checked they said he didn't have enough milk, obviously because he was not taking food, he just need milk. It was like light green. It's the first time I saw his poo being light green. It was not much as well. And he breastfed for like 1 hour non-stop, like he was like soothing himself while he's sleeping. And then he slept for other 2 hours.
And today he's got some rash.
And then we saw it last night. Remember, I'm the one who saw the rash. I'm like,
it was not a big rash last night.
I think it was big. You say it was not big. For me, I saw it being big. I couldn't take pictures because the lighting wasn't good.
But it was definitely there this morning.
Yeah,
I noticed it this morning.
Yeah. And he developed a rash all over, red rash, even by almost on his face, his neck,
behind his ears, over his body. Ooh. Yeah.
So bad. Like my heart, like I just feel so bad for him.
He's okay this afternoon. We gave him some more medication.
Yeah, that they prescribed, today. And
seems to have been pretty good.
Yeah, took away like.
Yeah.
It's no longer too red.
Yeah.
I just don't know on the nappy area because you changed the nappy. How is it?
Still a bit red. Yeah. And his body, still some spots and things on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's at least happier today. He's been playing and things, smiling and stuff. So yeah, better than yesterday. And I was telling some of my colleagues about this yesterday. They actually said that a couple of them said these things are usually more traumatic for the parents than they are for the children. The child bounces back fairly quickly, but the stress that you feel, the emotions that you feel as a parent when you're going through it, it's a feeling I haven't felt before. So I guess now I can understand what other parents are talking about when they talk about things happening to their children. It's quite a horrible experience. When I was coming from the office to the doctor, I took an Uber, and the Uber driver was trying to have a conversation with me on the way, but I was not in much of a mood for it, because it's just the worry that you're feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, not a pleasant experience at all.
I was literally like an emotional wreck. I had to post some content yesterday for this campaign I work for. I had to like stop a lot of stuff. I couldn't post that content. I just didn't feel it was right to do a happy content while inside emotionally I was just drained and I was unhappy. I literally cried. Even today I was crying, actually, like just seeing his body, and I blame myself that why did I do that. And no matter what, even people are like, don't blame yourself, don't be hard on yourself, but I still feel bad because I feel like I should have taken precaution. Maybe I should have given him a little bit, because it could have been worse. What if I killed him? You know, I just feel bad, and because it's really was so bad, but
yeah, no, you can't feel bad. It was so like they said, I mean, this is something that you're supposed to do. You're supposed to test these things with your children when they're young, because the reaction that they have at this age is not as bad as the reaction that they can have when they're older, if they're trying it for the first time. I think one of the lessons we did learn, that the pediatrician was telling us afterwards, is that these certain allergic foods, they've recommended a process where you should actually start with even smaller amounts. I think we'd been thinking that half a teaspoon was small, but they actually said you need to start with like a drop that you just touch on the lip on the first day, and then on the second day, then I have to read the instructions again, but it was like a drop on the tongue or something like that. And then on the third day, then you can do like a half a teaspoon or so. So don't quote me exactly on those details, but our pediatrician has got some guidance that he's sent to us that we need to read this weekend to make sure.
Yeah, on his website. Maybe I'll put his website link.
Yeah. So that's the one thing I think, you know, we learned that we could do differently, but I think otherwise it's just, you know, it's just part of being a parent, babe. And you can't blame yourself. She's an excellent mum.
Yeah, I just feel bad, like, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's what happened to us, you know. I have to move on, I guess.
Yep.
Just happy that he's feeling better, like way better. You know, and things didn't become too bad, and we're able to take him to the hospital in time.
Yep. He's happy again.
Yeah.
So that's the story. I guess we should wrap it up.
Yeah. And it's raining as well. If you hear the noise, it's the rain.
Yeah. It's nice here in Joburg. When the summer comes around, then the rain comes. So we haven't seen rain for a long time. 6 months or something. Since lockdown started.
Yeah.
Anyway. Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in another vlog. Bye.
Bye.